This is the Jocko Underground Podcast, number 142, sitting here with Echo Charles. Got some interesting questions to cover this week.
Yep.
From the people.
Yeah, man.
What do we got?
Good. All right, yeah. First question. Got a confrontation scenario.
A confrontation scenario. We got a leadership scenario. We've got a life direction scenario. And we've got some training scenario. And then finally, the final question is, I would say, relationship question.
Let me ask you this about the word leadership, because I liked it, and actually I liked it more before. I feel like leadership, I don't know if it's like a bias, or not, but I hear it way more now.
Yep.
You know, and you know how something when you hear it
probably
enough,
because you're around Echelon Front.
Yes, true.
And we literally, I mean, it's like if you go to Victor, you're going to hear the word jiu-jitsu often.
Sure.
Right?
But I'm hearing it outside of Echelon Front.
Where?
On the internet. Just people, you know, other influencer types.
Maybe it's in your algorithm.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because your algorithm has Echelon Front in there, and Echelon Front is a leadership consultancy.
Yeah.
So for you to be having other people talking about leadership pop up seems like pretty normal.
Right, but you know how like a big part of like the kind of the mission is, part of it is to connect the dots between the word leadership and then what it actually is when it lands in the field. And you do actually, at the muster, you said something which you've said before, which is, to me, it was really good descriptor, is like, hey, if you're dealing with any human beings ever, that's leadership.
Yeah. Well, the actual quote is, if you interact with other human beings, you're in a leadership position.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you say it better for sure. But, you know, nonetheless, yes, that's exactly what it is. See what I'm saying? But do you still feel like, and yeah, this is the appropriate question, do you still feel like the word leadership, is that what it automatically rings as to you? Or
to me, yes. To a normal person, leadership is, hey, this person's in charge. They're going to stand up and give the brief.
I'll lead the way.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, me too, a little bit.
And it's really beneficial when you have people in an organization that all understand that they're in a leadership position.
Yeah. So you know how, and this is what dawned on me too, I won't go too deep into it, but it's important, I think. So this is what dawned on me too. You know how human beings, right? Man, the human race, right? Is like, wow, man, how the heck can, like, you know, you see a huge bridge, right? You go to New York or something. You see this huge ass bridge. You're like, bro, I don't care how many people, like, how the hell do you go from nothing to that? Like, how?
Never mind Elon Musk catching a freaking thing.
The whole deal.
A 23-story rocket.
Yeah. I
don't even understand how that rocket is upright.
Right.
How does that work?
Bro, you got me.
How does that work? How does that rocket falling? How do the rockets get to the bottom?
Yeah.
That right there?
Right.
I don't understand.
Right. You start going down that rabbit hole, it's endless. So it's like, you know, your phone can like recognize what exactly you're saying.
If you think about this, back in the day, they were hoping that they could get the moon thing to hit the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ocean at large.
But even that, I'm saying go from nothing
to
that. Like, how do you do that? Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you why. Well, it's human endeavors.
Yeah.
And individual people working and trying to solve problems and make things better and achieve things.
Right.
That's why.
Working together.
Yeah, working together for sure.
Bro. Okay. So you got kids. I got kids. I've seen people, you know, all this stuff. And I'm like, under no circumstances do I believe I can get, I don't care how many people I got. Under no circumstances can I get a group of people to build that bridge. Me. I could not do it. I don't see that happening. But the fact is, that's exactly how it happened. One guy was like, hey, what do you think? Should we build a bridge here? The guy said, yeah, I think we probably should. What about you? And now you got 3 guys all huddled around this idea of building a bridge. Okay, who we got? So it's 3 guys turned into 9 guys, 20 guys, 100 guys, however many it turned into, that's what it was. But it came from that one guy who was like, hey, I think we do need a bridge there. Yep. Everyone signed, and they all aligned. Boom, bridge. See what I'm saying? That's how deep it goes. So without leadership, there is nothing.
That is a good point.
First question. I need some advice on confrontations on the street.
The streets?
Streets.
Okay.
I've trained in Taekwondo, Wing Chun, and boxing, and I'm mentally strong, but I prefer not to be confrontational. An incident happened 2018 when someone parked in my driveway. One man became aggressive, made gestures, and growled at me. But I didn't react. I just stood there. Eventually, the others told me to walk away, which I did. I later reported them to the police. Was that guy really going to attack, or was it all for show? How do you think I should handle these types of situations?
This question, was that guy really going to attack, or was it all for show? We could make an assessment and guess, and we could guess. Let's say you and I were really good. Let's say we studied psychology. Let's say we studied body mechanics and body language, and we were criminal sociologists, professors, and everything. We had and we'd been in street fights, and we came from a background. Even if we had all that stuff, and even if that got us to a point where we could be 96% accurate to answer this question, it doesn't matter. Because in the 4% chance that we're wrong, this guy has a weapon. He's a psycho. He has a suicidal rage. He's got a weird disease. So there's such a the risk, the operational risk management of this is the outcome, the small percentage of this of a catastrophic outcome, and the benefits from engaging. The benefits from engaging are so small, and the catastrophic risk. It's like, what if I said, "Hey, Echo, I got a revolver with 100 chambers in it. So it's a pistol with 100 chambers.
Yeah.
If you will put one round in one chamber and pull the trigger, I'll give you $10. Point it at your head." Would you do that?
No, I would not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
It could be what if I said, "I'll give you $10? There's 1,000 chambers."
Yeah.
What about 100,000 chambers? I'll give you $10.
Yeah. No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Exactly.
So that's exactly what this situation is. It doesn't matter if this guy, was that guy really going to attack? It doesn't matter. Was it all for show? Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is you get engaged with this guy, and it's the 1 in 100,000 people. And by the way, the chances are less than it's more common than that.
Yeah.
That this dude, because the dude's like being aggressive, that already gets rid of half or 3/4 of society. Yeah. 3/4 of society isn't growling at you and making gestures and being aggressive.
After parking in your
space. That's the kind of person that has a knife on him. That's the kind of person that has some kind of weird disease.
Yeah.
So we all have instincts, and you can hone those instincts. You can watch life, or you can watch YouTube channels, you can watch police videos, you can be a bouncer, so you get to interact with people that are acting weird. But if you get caught off guard, even if you're right 96% of the time, you get caught off guard. That is a little excerpt of what we are doing on the Jocko Underground podcast. So if you want to continue to listen, go to jockounderground.com and subscribe. And we're doing this to mitigate our reliance on external platforms so we are not subject to their control. And we're doing it so we can give you more control, more interaction, more direct connections, better communications with us, strengthen this legion of troopers that are in the game with us. So thank you. It's jockounderground.com. It costs $8.18 a month. And if you can't afford to support us, we can still support you. Just email assistance@jockounderground.com and we'll get you taken care of. Until then, we will see you mobilized underground.